Don't forget your roots. Don't forget your values.
I want to know your perspective on women and money. Like, do we talk about money enough to, like, because you want to empower women, right? This is about building a business and generating the amount of money that will be enough for us,
Yeah.
right?
So very early on, I said to KP that there are 3 pots of money I need to safeguard. One pot is definitely for education for the children, because once you teach them how to fish, they can find the fish
Yeah.
themselves. That's my duty as a parent. Another pot is our old age, because I do not want to burden the children. I want it to be self-sufficient till I die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third pot is for entrepreneurship. He can do anything he wants with it. Because what if he loses that pot? We still have the 2 pot that is
Yes.
guaranteed.
Yes.
And that's enough
Yes.
for me.
Yeah.
So these are the whole money management that I learned from my mother, who's not educated. I remember seeing her logbook as a child where she would note 5 cents spring onions, 30 cents chong.
Yeah.
Whatever she purchased for the house
Yeah.
is all noted in the logbook. That is basic accounting, basic household responsibility, and managing the expenses
Yeah.
and managing money. Then I found out from my mother one day the cash that she has taken from my father on a monthly basis is all stored under the mattress in her bed in piles, and not in the bank.
Yeah.
And that was, I said, what are you doing? You're losing money by
Yeah.
not putting in the
Yeah.
post office. So I started the post office bank account with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think women needs to understand that money can work for you.
Yes.
And people, it's important that with money, you have your independence.
Yes.
And with more money, you also get the respect.
Yes.
Because you are resourceful now.
Yes.
You can do things. So money matters.
Yes. Do you feel that women sometimes don't feel like they don't deserve the money?
They feel that they are not working. So they therefore don't deserve money. And I think is an erroneous thinking. And that's precisely what a patriarchal society thinks about. That because a woman is not working, but the work that woman does at home, for me, is a clear GDP that should be accounted for. But we're not doing it. I think it is so important. You calculate the number of hours they go into the cooking, the washing, the feeding, the buying, the caring. It's a lot more than what a corporate executive does. And if you actually monetize that,
Yeah.
it is work. That's why I
Yeah.
always call it home work.
Yeah.
And if the homework can be paid for,
Yeah.
it'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And I once had this silly notion, somebody call it silly. I think it is credible.
Yeah.
I talked to some economists
Yeah.
and they feel it is very viable because it's just a matter of accounting for it.
Yeah.
I think a salary, let's say $10. A man earns $10.
Okay.
He gives $3 put in the name of the wife. Or conversely,
Yeah.
wife works, husband becomes homemaker.
Yes.
You do the same lah.
Yeah.
7 and 3.
Yeah.
And the government match my $3.
Yeah.
So I get $6.
Yeah.
Still less than the men's,
Yeah.
so that he will feel okay, right? But I'll be matched with my $3 with the government. I have $6 as a woman, as a
Yeah.
homemaker, and give me a broadband at home.
Yeah.
Where I can actually access internet to do my work.
Yeah.
Whether it's editing or whether it's doing purchasing, I teach myself.
Yeah.
I get educated on the
Yeah.
computer so that I was not alienated from the market.
Yeah.
But I don't need to go to work if I don't want to.
Yeah.
This way, I'm at home
Yeah.
with the children.
Yeah.
You do not need boys' house and girls' town
Yeah.
and all the delinquency issue,
Yeah.
right? So this is equalizing household equality.
Okay.
But when I suggested that, some economists think this is a splendid idea, but I was told, by our government, this is a domestic affair.
Okay.
Don't interfere with it, But, but this is exactly, apparently, Malaysia is beginning to think that way. And my household, we do it like that, where we feel the independence, even though there was a period where I was not working. I was first child. I learned everything I need to learn about homemaker.
Yes.
But I manage the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we put homework, we see homework
Yeah.
as a critical contribution
Yeah.
of a family.
Yes.
And that's an important mindset that men and women today must
Yeah.
think about, to respect those who choose to stay at home and to see how you can equalize their relationship
Yeah.
by the way you allocate budget, household budget, spending, etc., etc. So women must feel the dignity and confidence that being a homemaker is nothing to be ashamed about or think that you do not deserve
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something that I want to ask you also. Like, people always talk about how to become wealthy, how to become rich, but nobody really talks about when you become wealthy. Were there any like changes you felt like around you, like people, the way they treat you, or what would you say to people like if they want to be rich, right, or wealthy, what to expect when they become wealthy?
Don't forget your roots.
Mm.
Don't forget your values. I went through the earlier period when people all say, oh, Clay Chiang. Clay Chiang did all this charity because she is rich. Nobody knew my background
Yeah.
of living in a 2-room flat with 10
10
other people, 10 people. Nobody knew that I have to make my living every O-level holidays to do relief teaching.
Mm.
There's so many things I had to do
Mm.
in order to stay independent.
Yeah.
But I never felt poor
Yeah.
because my mother taught me the important lesson since young. Hey, no one owes you a living.
Yeah.
So self-agency has always been so much a part of me.
Yeah.
Therefore, I understood what becoming comfortable and secure mean.
Mm.
What is it that I have to give to get it?
Yeah.
So I have to earn my
Yeah.
giving. I earned my honors degree
Yeah.
by working half-time in French embassy.
Yeah.
I work and study at the same
Yeah.
time. And all the years from O-level onwards, when we could do relief teaching, I was always working and earning my kids,
Yeah.
and making sure that after 22, when I
Mm.
finish with university, I do not depend on the family for money.
Right.
So money matters,
Yes.
but self-responsibility matters even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I then remember the process of becoming secure
Yes.
or comfortable. I had gone through the process in anchoring my values of appreciation.
Okay.
Also,
Like
how
gratitude,
who
you
have
mean?
helped.
Okay.
My one French boss who helped me to study and work in
Mm.
French embassy at the same time.
Yeah.
And also, because of my work since school days with Interact Club and afterwards with Rotary Club and afterwards with a lot of activities in Aware, etc., I observe and I see a lot more of people who are disadvantaged.
Mm.
And because of those experiences and immersion, they humanize me
Mm.
and they also make me feel that I can do more
Mm.
to add value to their life.
Mm.
So I think it's a whole combination of my upbringing, growing up in Little India. Mother is a first teacher on handling
Mm.
race
Yeah.
relations. My first uncles are Indians in
Mm.
Little India and the Ibus
Mm.
in the SIT flats in
Yeah.
Race Course Road. So I learned a lot about the kampong spirit and values in the way I was brought up.
Yes.
Those are roots.
Yes.
Now, it is getting difficult with
Yeah.
modern society where
Yes.
children all grow up already with click and they get something,
Yeah.
the internet. Yeah,
Right.
that is the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we do that? Parenting. People of my generation, we are probably the last cohort of people that can still have a hold on children to cultivate the good values.
Yeah.
And therefore, we need to exercise it. That's why I look forward to creating the lifecation programs for grandparenting and parenting so that
Right.
we can still retain the old-fashioned good values during our nation building years.
Okay.
And that can pass on to the younger children.
Okay. So you would say like because people, I've heard this before, money amplifies who you are. So if you are so grounded in the beginning, like your values and your value system, all that,
You just
so
live
it
the
just
way
amplifies.
you live the way you believe it,
Yeah.
and it will show.
Yeah.
People said to me just yesterday, Claire, I don't see a single brand on you, and yet you're so comfortable and confident. I said because I define
Yeah.
what I want and what
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
and how I project myself.
Yes.
And therefore, it doesn't mean you're wealthy, therefore you wear Figuramo, yeah, or all that. You like it, you wear it. You don't like it, you don't need to wear it. Confidence is not the tangible.
Yeah.
Confidence is the intangible, is the character
Yeah.
that you project and you present.
Yeah. Okay. In your experience mentoring women leaders, what misconception about leadership do you wish more women dropped?
I would say that women probably have to drop the idea of leadership models, leadership qualities that seem to be steered towards what the Western literature specified or what the male hegemony defines. I think women need to come to grip with who they are, what they want, and what the characters are, what the qualities they have to look at their own strengths and then wake up to possibilities of what they can offer so that they can already optimize whatever resources they already have now in order to tackle the issue at hand.
Do you think that some women try to lead like a man? Do you find that that's the
Okay.
case?
I have stopped genderizing qualities to male and female.
Okay.
It is so typical, it's so stereotyped. And it is quite erroneous. It's erroneous simplification. We should really do away with it.
Okay.
They are just pool of qualities that we can pull together, becoming our repertoire of skill sets
Yeah.
that we use at different contexts, situations, and different people at different times.